Hey everyone, my name is Scott from Healthcare and the Addison location. I am so sorry that I did not post this in time. I did have some technical issues, but without further ado, I'll just go ahead and get started. Today we'll be making some healthy smoothies. Thank you to Lydia for getting us started here. So I'll just go ahead and get you started with my healthy smoothie. So what we will need for this smoothie are 5 ingredients, which will include 1 cup of milk, 1 cup of spinach, 1.5 cups of banana, peanut butter, 1/4 of a cup, and 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. So before we could start anything, you do want to make sure that you wash your hands properly. I did do that right before getting on this, so we're just gonna go ahead and get started. So first thing you want to do is grab your blender, and we're going to start off with our base here. So for mine, I chose 2% milk. Feel free to include any other dairy product or replace the 2% milk with any other dairy product to give it a richer and creamier texture or taste to it. And for those who are lactose intolerant or for any other reason that you do not want to use a dairy product, you could definitely feel free to use water as a substitute. It also would come out healthier. So moving right along, we'll include the 1 cup of spinach. And I did just go ahead and portion everything out beforehand. So here's my spinach. And again, only 1 cup. And the reason why I chose spinach is simply because it's pretty inexpensive. Just to show you guys what I'm using here, I just got this at Tony's for about $4, and it has about 4 servings, so it is enough to get you servings for most of the week here. So moving right along, we'll go ahead and add our our fruit. So my fruit was banana. And we're gonna do 1.5 cups. As you guys can see, it's already, it's ready to go for sure. Now, banana is a great source of potassium, as well as a great source to get you some energy. So definitely if you're making like a breakfast smoothie, this will be a great way to get started with your day. And we're just going to break it down into little pieces so it just doesn't get clogged up when we blend it here. And we're going to go ahead and cut this in half. So generally I just did 1 banana equaling 1 cup. So again, we're just gonna break it down. And the recommended serving for this is about 1 to 2 cups. So just including 1.5 cups of banana will get you close to your recommended amount for the day. Okay, and now moving right along, we're going to add our source of protein, which is going to be peanut butter. So to show you guys what I use an organic creamy peanut butter made by Clearly Organic here. I also just bought that at Tony's. Peanut butter is sort of expensive, so it's really up to you. You could always substitute it for any other protein substitute. For example, if you wanted to use egg, you definitely can. If you want to include a protein powder, you could do that as well. If you wanted something more natural, you could also include some sort of a nut. And just show you guys an example of that. Something like almonds unsalted is a way to go. You could crush that up and just add it to your smoothie here. And then lastly, we're going to include cocoa powder. Mine is the Hershey's cocoa powder, 100% unsweetened natural powder. And the reason why I'm including this is because chocolate is kind of like a weakness for me, and it's a great way to just add some additional flavor, make it kind of like of a dessert smoothie, and it'll also give it like a chocolatey flavor. Even though it's not sweet, it does have that like dark chocolate taste to it, so you'll definitely taste that in the smoothie. Okay, so now we're just gonna go ahead and blend it all together. And it's gonna get a little loud here, so just a warning. And this is gonna be for like about 30 seconds or so. Okay, so it's pretty much all blended out. Feel free to add in any additional items such as a grain. If you wanted to add, let's say, oats to it, you definitely can to get it overall well-rounded shake. Or even to make it more refreshing, you can add some ice, which I will do. So I'm just gonna drop about 3 ice cubes here. And again, this is completely optional. This is just to make it a little bit more refreshing here. And I'm just gonna blend it for about 15 more seconds. Okay. So that's pretty much done. And now all you have to really do is pour. I did forget to mention earlier, so adding a vegetable to it, it's a great way to, meet your recommended serving size. And you won't really taste it in the smoothie at all. So for people who are hesitant or aren't really a fan of vegetables in their diet, it's a great way to just get that source of nutrients in you without having to actually go through, the suffering of actually having to taste it. So feel free to do this in the mornings, especially for people who don't have that much time right before work. You can put everything together, let's say the night before, and just wake up an extra 5-10 minutes earlier to just blend it all together and put it in a cup, and you're good to go. So that's it for me. If you do have any other questions, please feel free to leave a comment below, and we will make sure to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you, everyone. Have a good Friday.